What's happening, tubes? It is finally Friday, and I'm freaking glad. Yesterday's video was rather long. I know it may have been boring to some of those who may have tried to watch it. And I ended up forgetting about wishing everybody a happy birthday yesterday. So before I forget today, if today is your birthday, happy birthday. I felt like crap afterwards of recording, and I'm like, shit, I did not add that in, and it was even after I had finished rendering the video. And it rendered last night for quite a while, and it didn't even get uploaded until today, which this will probably end up going up after midnight anyway, because I got some shit I got to do. But I don't really have no particular subject on mind of my own. However, the subject did get brought up yesterday. It's been brought up 2 or 3 times now by multiple people. And I so happened to comment on this one because I didn't say anything about the situation. I just said, hey, look, they have a page and they have this, they have that. As far as the definition, of what they're doing or whatever. But the particular topic would be about Conelife. Conelife is a brotherhood where you live with simple rules. And I went online and wrote down some notes before I just situated back again. Stay. If it falls, I'm sorry. A brotherhood where you live with simple rules. Number 1, this is the first number 1 rule, and then it had like 5 subsidiary rules, I guess. I got this from urbandictionary.com. Number 1, drive a truck. Number 2, get money. And why do we have a glare? Because my big head is not within the light or whatever. Shit. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry if there's a glare on it. But anyway, number 1 was drive a truck. Number 2 was get money. Number 3 is live the Conelife every day. Number 4 is don't ask questions about Conelife. Number 5, say yee and shoot guns. Number 6 was get bitches. Alright. Part 2 that someone else added in was 1, put cone on roof of truck, go through a mud hole. If it falls off, you lose. Anyone who makes it with the cone still on wins. And part 2 of that is if you have to ask, you wouldn't understand. Okay. Well, the particular topic that someone had put up that I commented the link and the information on or whatever. I'm not gonna name their names. I'm not gonna call anybody out. It's just I'd rather not. But anyway, times do change, and people changes, and what may have been cool to my age group at the time that we were being stupid and young and doing foolishness, may have been cool to us then, but may not be cool to the generation now. You know what I mean? So different generations are going to come up with shit that they like. If they want to change something, it's their business. If they want to generate something, if they want to walk around, strap a big dildo to the hood of their car, that's their business. You know what I mean? Nobody should down anybody for something that they do just because you don't understand it. I know there was shit that I've been through and done with like car clubs and so on and so forth that, you know, people didn't understand. The biggest thing now, the number one thing that many older people don't understand is why the younger generation would want their car so low to the ground. I had been, you know, when I had my first mini truck, I was asked several times by different people, mostly elderly people. You know, I told them, hey, it was for fun, you know, something to do, something that keeps me out of trouble. And they were, oh, well, you know, Sonny, that's a good damn idea, you know. And, you know, as long as it keeps you out of trouble, that's good, the damn thing, you know, that's good, you know what I mean? And who gives a shit? As long as it keeps that generation of kids out of fucking trouble, if they're not fucking drinking, like, and driving, if they're not fucking, you know, doing all kinds of exotic drugs, they're not stealing or fucking doing something stupid to get themselves locked up behind bars or whatever, and that keeps them out of trouble, then fine, by so means, go on and go for it, you know what I mean? But if, now I'm not saying go out and steal some fucking cones and, you know, be all badass and put the shit in the back of your truck or whatever, because then you're labeled as a thief. You've stolen someone's property. Mainly be if it's the big tall cones with the reflective tape around the top, the construction cones more or less. Those are, you know, usually state owned, and if the man gets behind you and says, hey, you know, I've gotten an X amount of cones that's been stolen and you're the one who's got one, and your ass is busted, buddy. My best suggestion is that if you want a cone, and I don't have a fucking clue about how the whole deal works. I'm not saying that every kid that's got one has stolen it. I'm not saying that every kid that has one has paid for it. But what I am going to say is that what I would do if I were into that group is that I would go up to an old, you know, a construction site or something and say, hey man, look, I want a cone, okay? How can I go about having one? Usually they have some that may not be all mangled and tore all to pieces, but some that may be old or have holes in them or something like that. They'll probably just give it to you. But if you go and you steal someone's property and you get caught with it, then you fucked yourself. So don't do that. Go about it the right way. Or if your dad or whomever, grandpa or whatever, owns a construction company or works for the state or something like that, shit, they'll probably just give them away, you know. They probably would give you 2 or 3 of them. Or whatever. Oh shit, here we go, it's yawning. Beats all I've ever seen. I guess one thing about it is that when you work, and I'm not complaining, when you work a 9-hour shift, come home and sometimes, we'll say 90% of the time, do some work around your house, whether it be in the yard or in the actual house itself. And then, you know, record these videos, do all the editing, the render, whatever. It gets you tired after a while. You're gonna get tired. And the only reason why I do it, it's not so much that I'm trying to like make a killing off of it. I'm not. Believe me, I haven't even received my first $100 from AdSense. So I mean, you know, I'm barely even halfway there. I still got a long ways to go. I mean, getting $100 every month, even if I were to get $100 for the month of April, right? I wouldn't be able to get it till May anyway. I'm just saying. The extra $100 would come in handy. But I mean, I do YouTube videos. Well, let me start over. I work my job. I do YouTube videos. I sell stuff on eBay, and plus I do scrap metal stuff. So technically, I have 4 jobs. 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. You know what I mean? Comprende? Huh? So, I mean, I've got this pile of shit right here that I'm starting back, and I've got some shit behind the building here that I've started back or whatever. And my guy across the street hasn't contacted me in a while, so I don't know what's going on. He's probably been busy. I can't keep relying on him, though, to give me my supply of stuff. I've got, shit on Craigslist everywhere as far as, offering to pick up stuff. And, every now and then I get a phone call from somebody saying, hey, can you come get my hot water heater? Hey, can you chop up my mobile home frame? And I had a lady contact me from Washington, North Carolina, I think. And she wanted me to come and move her washing machine because hers had given out and she had bought another one. But yet, the new one hadn't been hooked up yet. The old one was still sitting in the spot. And she wanted to know if I could come move it, and if I did, I could have it. Well, yeah, I could have went and moved it for her. However, man, I need to wake up. If you do something like that and you go into someone's house and something gets stolen that you may not have stole, or if something gets broke that you may not have broke, or while you're there moving it and something gets tore up, you're the one who's held responsible and you've got to pay the consequences. I'd rather do my shit where I back up the truck to while the people are there. If it's in a building, like an out garage type building like mine, or if it's just out in there, up under their, canopy or whatever it is, as long as it's not in the house, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'll pick that shit up all day, every day. But I'm not trying to mess with somebody's shit on the inside of their house. Because if something goes wrong, I'm not the one who wants to be responsible, It's not like this is an actual physical business. I mean, scrapping can be a business, but I'm just a little man on the fucking wee bottom of the totem pole. I'd love to be big, but I don't think I'd want the headache. Oh my God. They say that yawning is lack of oxygen to the brain, but I don't think so. I think it's called not getting enough sleep. I can sleep for like 13 hours a day if I really wanted to, but I can't do that. Can't lay in bed all day expect to get anywhere, you know what I mean? Oh shit. But as far as back to the subject, to begin with, the whole Conelife thing. If you're in it and that's your thing, that's fucking cool, man. If you're not in it and you question it, you need to stop and question some of the shit you've been into that generation may not like, and may ask the same thing. Well, why the fuck did you do that? Our situation's a lot cooler. It might be. You can't doubt what you don't know. But that's a situation. I mean, I've done a bunch of shit that many people have asked, wondered, why the fuck did you do that? Now that I look at it and I'm like, yeah, why the fuck did I do that? You know what I mean? But anyways, we're at the 15-minute mark. Like I said, I got some shit to do tonight, so I think that's gonna be it. If you're in Conelife, good for you. That's your thing. You roll on with it. Just stay out of trouble. That's all I can say. Oh yes, one more thing that I forgot to mention. I don't know what we're gonna be doing tomorrow or Sunday. I got a few things that I'd like to do, but I'd say 95% of it has to do with the weather, Is it going to be permitting? Is it going to be warm enough? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? I can't say. But, that's what it is. That's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. If we get to it and can do it, you'll know it. You'll see it. If not, you'll see me talking a bunch of different shit. That's another video for today. That's all I can say is, as far as the situation goes, you do what you gotta do and you stay true to it. If you haven't subscribed, you might as well subscribe. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think. And until tomorrow, stay groovy.